You guys have questions for me after we'll go forward.
Well, we got off to a great start. We built a double-figure lead at the beginning of the game. Got a little sloppy with the offensive execution and following the game plan of how we were going to attack them. And Northern Kentucky's been playing great defense down the stretch, and we really wasted a lot of possessions doing some things we said we weren't going to do. But second half, I didn't think defensively we had quite the same intensity as we had to start the game. But then when things started to get a little bit tight, Witt came up huge. His steals go the whole way, knocking down shots, and then the 4-point play is probably what sealed the game. So Conference Player of the Year came up huge in the second half of the conference championship game, just like you'd expect and hope, and proud of her. And then Atwater and both championship games here the last 2 years has just been outstanding in terms of 5'7" kid who gets double-figure rebounds in each of those championship games, and what she's able to contribute on both ends of the floor. She's definitely a special talent. And then we definitely had great efforts by Daitisha and Jenna Cobb and Taylor Gradigan gave us some strong drives and knocked down a couple threes for us. But overall the defensive effort was pretty good, other than we let Zero get too many clean looks at the basket, especially in the second half. But other than that, we're just really excited to win the conference regular season and to back it up by winning the tournament championship. And we're excited about the opportunity to go into the NCAA tournament representing the Atlantic Sun.
Carl, she might be generously listed at 5'7", too. Maybe awesome, but
She'll tell you she's 5'8".
to get 13 boards in a game like this, and it wasn't just that. I mean, she was on the floor 4 or 5 times, both ends. I mean, this was in theory a game where it wasn't supposed to mean a whole lot, and obviously your kids played like it had a ton of meaning for them.
Well, I'll let her talk after I just say, she is a high energy player. And sometimes I'm not fair to her. I haven't taken her out forever, and she sprinted, dived on the floor, boxed somebody out, hustled for a rebound, and then on defense she relaxes for a second, and then I'm like, Atwater! But her energy and her toughness, she's just an outstanding player who's been getting better. Since she's been here, she just keeps getting better, and now she's one of the premier players in our conference, and she came up big in big moments.
I just want to say one thing about the game not meaning so much. Every game means a lot to us. We want to take advantage of every game. We want to win every game. This was very big for us, and I know that, in my mind, I wasn't doing my job the last couple of games with rebounding, because I know I'm a rebounder. That's part of my job for this team. Last game I didn't do so well rebounding, and we kind of got crushed on the boards. In this game I was determined to play my part and do my role and hit the boards hard. So,
Whitney, what was the feeling for the team? Because as we said, you guys were going to be in the NCAA no matter what, but you guys came out really, really fired up, it seemed. So what was the feeling like compared to some of the other games this year?
Well, we were playing a championship game, so it's like you come out with a lot of energy, even though we thought we would still have a chance to go to the NCAA tournament. This is one of our goals in the beginning of the season, to win the conference tournament. So we were very excited to have this opportunity again, and we weren't taking it for granted.
Whit, it seems like on big moments like this, you excel. 21 points today. How are you feeling today?
I just came out with a lot of excitement. This is a big game, so you're full of energy. You're a little bit anxious at the start, so I was just very excited to be able to play in a game like this.
Roush land on that 3-pointer of number 10 on the 4-point play. Sorry, did she land on your side or on you? Or
yeah, she kind of landed on my side and my elbow. My elbow hit the ground really hard, but it's fine.
Carl, what was it like for you watching kids climb the ladder and do all that fun stuff?
The most exciting part of coaching is for a coach is to see their team celebrate. And so when they when the buzzer sounds and to see them all go to midcourt and have the type of enthusiasm for their accomplishment, I mean, that's definitely the highlight of coaching. In fact, for several weeks now, we've been starting every tape session with our celebration from last year so that they remind them what they were playing for and how good it felt to be champions. And so every tape session started with basically what we saw at the end of the game.
You applaud your own team when you took your 5 starters out in that last minute there. That's sort of an unusual move for you to show. I thought maybe to show that much of appreciation.
Well, I mean, they played well and won a championship. I could clap a couple times, I guess.
Wait, can you talk about Kenesha and DT diving on the ground under 2 minutes? You guys are up by 20 on the same possession.
Yeah, we talk about extra possessions and how important they are, and DT and Kenesha, they were like really great today. Kenesha got a lot of rebounds. She got us a lot of steals and extra possessions, which was really great for us. And DT had a really good game as well. So they are a huge part of our team and definitely helped us get that win tonight.
Carl, we talked a few days ago that if you won this, you thought you'd be a 6 or 7 seed. Still think that after today?
I mean, I've never been in the room, so I don't know how it breaks down. I just know that a lot of times for mid-majors, it's hard for you to get top 100 games and top 50 games because not that teams want to play you. We were fortunate this year that we were able to play a lot of teams in the top 100, teams in the top 50, teams in the top 25 of the RPI. So usually if you're going to slide down very far from your RPI, it's because you don't have a good record against those top teams or enough games against those top teams. Well, that's not the case with us. So I think it'd be hard to move us too far back if they're going to look at us in-depthly. But we have no control over it.
Sure.
Wherever they put us, we're going to get prepared and we're going to give our best effort to win in the NCAA tournament. We've accomplished really just about every goal we've set for ourselves this season. With the remaining one is we want to advance in the NCAA tournament. And we're going to have our opportunity, and tomorrow night we're going to find out where and when that opportunity will exist.
Kenesha, have you girls been kind of keeping up with that, like looking at Charlie Cream's brackets and stuff like that?
Yeah, we have. I mean, we've talked about it because the last time I seen us in South Carolina's bracket, we've been talking about it, but we won't find out till we know it's not for sure. So we'll find out Monday who we're going to play.
Do you feel that's an important thing, though? 8-9 usually is across from the top seed. Like if you were an 8 or a 9, second game, if you won the first, you'd have South Carolina on their home floor. If you're 6 or 7, scenarios maybe, a good bit easier to get to the Sweet. Not easy, but, less difficult to get to Sweet 16. Is that something y'all have talked about a little bit?
Well, we're really not worried about that. We're going to come out. We're going to play hard. I feel like we're going to be well prepared. We have an awesome coach. We have an awesome team. And, we're just excited to see what we can do in the tournament. And I know we're going to advance. I know we're going to play well. I mean, we fight hard as a team. And, we all have great chemistry. So I'm just ready to see what's next.
Taylor, it's been a long time waiting for you to play in one of these games. The longest freshman season maybe in the history of basketball. What did today mean for you, just to finally be in a true championship game as a player?
I don't know. Words can't even describe it, honestly. I just missed playing with the girls so much, and obviously I sat on the bench and watched them play in 2 championship games. And last year they won it, and that was a great feeling, and I didn't want to do anything but do it again with them. And it was all I've ever wanted to celebrate with them at the end.
Taylor, you guys have been clear that your goal is not only to get NCAA but to win a game. So knowing that you have bigger steps to accomplish, does that in any way lessen the excitement you guys felt winning this ASUN?
Absolutely not. I mean, we're fired up to win any game, and every game is a chance to get better, and that's all we try to do because the better we get, the more games we can win.
Whitney, do you feel like you guys are really sitting on something here, regardless of seeding or whatever, that you can make some noise in this tournament? Do you feel like this is kind of a special team?
Yeah, I definitely feel like it is. We definitely have a lot of confidence in ourselves, and we have a lot of confidence in coach, and we're going to rally together, and whoever we play, we're going to put forth our best effort and see what we can do.
Kenesha, did you say, I know we're going to advance?
Well, let me not say that. I know we're going to be well prepared. 2, we're going to have the best chance
Okay.
that we can have to advance.
Carl, 30 wins is a D1 program record. Whether this is the best team in D1, your best team in D1 history, does that depend on what happens next?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I never like to pit past team with the current team because all it ever does is cause problems for me. So we've had very good teams here. They were very good. This team is very good. This team is capable of winning in the NCAA tournament. I can tell you the past teams are rooting very hard for this team to advance.
Whitney, there was a couple times in the second half where they got it down to what seemed like a manageable number. Was it just coincidence that the ball seemed to find you a lot more in those situations? It seems like that's when you went on kind of your little spurts, whenever they got it down to 10 or 12 or whatever it was.
I don't really think that it correlated, but I mean, my teammates were giving me the ball and I was open. I was able to knock down a couple shots and attack the basket and get some steals, get some layups. So it just kind of happened, I guess.
Special fan in the stands behind the basket that hasn't been here all season. Does that help, or is that like distracting?
I really tune him out a lot of the time.
Yeah, we all did.
Yeah, my dad's one of my biggest supporters, though. So it's great to have him like here and be able to see us win a championship. So it's great to have him here.
Has he been to Alico yet this season?
Yeah, I think. Yeah, way earlier in the season.
Yeah.
Like January.
Opener or second or third game, something like that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Anybody have anything else? A couple